Good morning, everybody, all you thought leaders and rebels of the high order type rebels who are here to make change in the world. Good morning, Kathy Hawk here. And what I want to do today is complete this biofield that we've been working on this week. So the important thing to know is that your biofield, your physical, that's you, your body, and the field that you create of thought waves that ripple out. Your close-in ones that we're working on are the ones that are you and about 2.5 feet around you. And it all starts with your thoughts. And so I am using the guide, which you really should have. And you know how to get it. Get clarity.com. We'll mail you one. It's easy. It's inexpensive. I think they're $10 to stick in an envelope. So this is called the Attention and Choice Point Guide. And this gives you choices of how to direct your thoughts. Because when in uncertain times, that's what we talked about in the title, in uncertain times, what happens is even if you're not afraid, even if you've got things stable and you know how to hold your own, you've got all this fear radiating at you. And so you have to know, to be effective, how to keep yourself lights on. And this is lights on in here. When you're in an endorphin state and you're radiating from this, you are lights on. And, that's Clarity's, innovation of making tools to help you be that way. So what I've done is taught you how to create a biofield, your bubble, your own personal bubble that will keep you healthy and safe as you navigate all of the flow pattern of your life. And, we represent that as a river. So again, if you want your own river, you can get that. It is really beautiful. It's a beautiful way to think about how you're moving in the world. So get in your own river, get in your own boat, be clear that you're doing the work you want to do in this world, what we call your true work. And in that, you will need to know how to create your own bubble. And so here we have put on the inside of the bubble, excitement, playfulness, respect, confidence, recreation, recreation, that's the fun channel, my favorite, vitality. And today what we added, I know they're a little hard to read. I'm going to figure out how to make this a bit easier for you. But passion, we have added passion, and we have added receptivity. I know that's really hard to read. So it's being receptive to new innovative ideas. And in the outside to receptivity, an opposite to receptivity would be resistance. And you know that if you were Star Trek fans, you remember, resistance is futile, the Borg said. But actually, it's not futile. Unfortunately, resistance from others and yourself to embrace and to change your habits of thinking. It's your resistance that is the hardest to overcome. And the way to overcome that is to be receptive to new ideas, to being creative and innovative and recreate what it is you're doing on a day-to-day basis and have fun doing it. And just say, how can I think about this differently? Because that is what keeps you in your passion and saying yes to the things you're passionate about instead of the things that you've created obligation. I know that's a little hard to see, but that's obligation. So if you're doing things out of passion, out of lights on versus obligation, you will be much more lively and have so much more impact positively. Because when you do things out of obligation, I mean, come on, let's all tell the truth here. It's you're there, but you're not really there. You can feel your own resistance in it. So what do you do? What do you do if you said yes to something and now it's like, oh man, that was not a good idea. So how do you handle that? Because that happens all the time, especially people who are busy, who are accomplished. That's who others go to get something accomplished. So you're going to probably get asked a lot more than people who don't participate. So what do? You said yes to something, and now you take a look at it and you're like, oh man, sheesh, I just don't want to do that. What do you do? So what you do is you take a look at it and you say, is there a way that I can gracefully say no, change my mind? You're allowed to change your mind, of course, and do something differently. Is that possible? If not, if let's say you said yes to something and you're the only one that really could do it at this moment in time, then what you do is you say, okay, I'm going to go at this with my mental ability to go into it 100%. And then I'll say no. So you never, break your promises to others. And you are also at the same time allowed to change them. So that would be saying, let's see, I was just asked to head a committee and I thought it sounded fun. And I said yes before I got all the information that I needed. And I had already said yes. So how did I course correct that? I went back in and I said, now that I have more information, I realize that I am not the best fit for this position, what I said yes to. So let me do what I said I would do up till now, and then I will help you reestablish a new way to do things, somebody else to help. And so I've honored and respected. Remember, I've respected my word. And now that my word's changed, I get to change. I don't do things out of obligation. So now that I can do that, I feel clean with it. I feel my energy is clean with it. I sit on 2 boards, and I just said yes to a new one. And when I said yes, what I did differently is I looked at exactly everything I was saying yes to, and I'm so excited to serve. It is just going to be a perfect place for me to help them get where they want to go. And so I learned my lesson. I looked a little before I said yes. And for all of you, that way if you're in your passion, you're receptive to the new ideas, and you're building this endorphin field that has all the wonderful, wonderful, nourishing neurochemicals in it. And that's what I want you to take into the weekend. I know you're watching it at days other than the weekend, but take it into your days. And I want to thank all of you who watch every single day and go back, and how thankful I am. So